Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my basketball betting stream. Now, these are my techniques. These are techniques that are already known by another very popular YouTube bettor and very popular, just very popular bettor in general, KJ Gambling. So you can go and give him a follow. Basically all I'm doing here is putting his techniques to use and seeing if we can win some money tonight. Basically it is the rule of 7 for the quarters, for the quarter market. So we're looking at, if we can get it up here, we're not going to be betting on this Brazilian Paulista game because it's already well in to the game, but we're going to look at the quarter market and we'll go with this at the moment. So let's say that the line starts at 34.5, as you can see here. Basically, if that line moves up 7, so that will be 41.5, we'd bet on under, and if it dropped to 27.5, then we bet on the overs, but we'd only bet on the overs with over 5 minutes left to go. And guys, this technique usually only works with 10-minute quarter games, so we're looking at European, South American, some Asian countries, because some Asian countries actually use the 12-minute quarters. So yeah, that's basically the idea. Actually, if we will start in the third quarter in that Paulistano game against Rio Claro, because we want to get things started early. We did have a game that came up, but then it got quickly deleted by Betfair. It was going to be, let's see if we can get it up here, because I think it could be on 365. There's usually a fair few games on 365 that aren't used on oh no, it's not even on 365. It was a Venezuelan game, but it seems to either it's been postponed or delayed or whatnot, but it's not on either. So we'll be continuing, as I say, with the Paulistano game. We're also going to be starting with £100 this evening, and we're going to be going for 10% of our bankroll bets because it is £100 or below. So we're going to try and build our bankroll quickly. If it was anything over 100, I'd go for 5% bets, and I recommend 5% bets usually, which is 5% of your bankroll. So 5% of £100 bankroll is £5, and 10% of the £100 bankroll would be £10. So, but as I say, we are going to go for the 10% betting tonight with the £100. Let's see if we can make some profit. This looks really weird, this key colour keying thing. I do need a green screen. This is just going by my webcam settings, and I am actually going to turn that off because it's shocking, actually shocking. So let's see if we can turn that off. Remove add source. No, that's really big. We don't want that. That's a lot better. I'll move that down here. Don't want it to be too big. We might put it over here actually, or up here even, because nothing going on up in this top left hand corner, so we will stick there. So really I was expecting it to be a game at 11:30, and it failed to start, so this is quite an awkward stream so far. So we're looking at about 20 minutes time, and hopefully in about 10-15 minutes for this Paulistano game, which will put us on our way. I'm actually going to put up on screen some text. See if this works. What are we after? This needs to be a lot smaller. I have absolutely no idea how to use XSplit Broadcaster. I don't know how to even just change the size. That's all I want to do, change the size. Right. So I'll go for a few. Standing back roll, £100. We're going to change that to black, and then we can I don't know why I just can't change the. Surely I've got to be able to change it somehow. Not by doing that. There we go. Still could do with being a little bit smaller. This is just a test. I've never done a stream like this before. So first night might be a bit dodgy, but I will try and put more up when I do get a little bit better. Oh, there we go. If I can just get it to, let's try. Starting bankroll, that is better. 59 colour. What should we change it to? That's fine. Up here, if everybody can see that. that's fine. So I'll add a win-loss up there in a bit, but for now I'll just leave it as that. So half time. Okay, so half time in the Paulistano game, and going into the third quarter, the bookies have got the game at 34.5 for the third quarter. Looks reasonable. There's been over 30 points in the previous two quarters. So basically the key to this is, in basketball, as you probably know if you're a basketball fan, it goes in runs. If the team can get off to or the quarter can get off to a really quick start, and then slow down towards the end, and the opposite as well, so you can have a really slow start of the quarter and then pick up towards the end of the quarter. So if there's a slow start, obviously the line will drop. So as I said before, we'll be looking at 27 points with the rule of 7. So if that line drops to 27.5, we go for the bet on the over. And if the line reaches 41.5, if we have a quick start, we'll be going for the unders. So we've got a few games on tonight. I'm probably going to stay with you till the Golden State Warriors game starts. So I'm going to get through Torres de Aguara versus Guaras de Lara in the Venezuela. See, we're getting the Venezuelan games back. I don't know if that will actually start though, because the other one didn't. We've also got Tratamundos de Carabobo and Gaiteros de la Zulia even. I just butchered both of those names. Wonder if we've got any lines for them yet. We have got lines. 40.5. So I'm going to get my little pieces of paper out. It's always good to actually I'm going to need to get some paper. It's always good to write down. Always have a piece of paper handy. I'll be back in a second. I have returned. Right, so Torres de Aguara game is starting at. Did I just say 40? I did. So we're going to write that down. Torres versus Lara. 40.5 first quarter. So we're looking at either 47.5 for the over, sorry, for the under even, and we're looking at 33.5 for the overs. The Brazilian game, Paulistano. We're starting at 34.5, so we're looking at, for the unders, 41.5, and for the overs, 27. 7.5. And for the other Venezuelan game, we've got, where's our starting at? Starting at 37.5, so that's Carabobo. What a name, Carabobo. 39.5. So for that, we're looking at a rule of 8 because we don't bet on any even number. It's always going to be an odd number, and so 39.5 we'll be looking at for the unders. We'll be looking at 47. No, 47. And for the overs even, we'll be looking at 31.5. Both of them starting in 7 minutes, which I hope they actually do start, because if not, this will be a pretty wasteful stream. And we have actually tipped off for the third quarter in Brazil. See, this line has already moved within a minute. Started at 34.5. We're looking for 41. It's moved quite quickly actually, so another 2 there. It moves up another 2. We are ready for our first bet of the evening, and it should do, because another 2 points have just been scored. No, for whatever reason, it's the line's dropped. That's brilliant. And it's dropped again. So now we're just up 2 points instead of the 5 that we were. It would actually be decent if you guys could see the see what I'm looking at. There you go, the third quarter total points. I wonder if it would look, if this would look better over here. Maybe so. So we're still looking at 36.5 in this game. We're just up to 2. A lot when games don't have the match view, which is always helpful, I go to 365 for them. So we're looking at Paulistano, and as you can see, we can't see, unfortunately. An actual live-ish feed. This ain't much better to watch on, but then we also need to be watching the line, which is actually bobbed up another 2 points. So looking at 38.5 now. Rio Clara finally on the score sheet for the second half. It'll be pretty poor if we can't make our first bet of the evening on this game. If Rio Claro and the line drops again, 4 more points. That's all we need. Well, 4 more for the line to climb. Let's see when the other games are starting. If we're anywhere near. 2 minutes away from the Venezuelan game, and as you could see on, or you might not be able to see because of the screen, there's actually 3 games in the Venezuelan game, in the Venezuelan league on 365, and it was Gigantes and Bucaneros, which is actually the game that should have started at 11:30, which is when I started the stream to go to that game. And the line hasn't moved in a while, so we might be looking at a time. Ooh. Yeah, the odds are moving now. So I thought we might have been looking at a timeout, but we're not. Probably turn the TV down. This line does not want to budge from 38.5. We're up to 39.5 now. I'm going to have to try and zoom out on this stream a little bit so you can actually... Oh, we're up to 40.5. I'm looking now for just a 1 more point. Rest assured, over on this right hand side of the screen I have got a bet ready to go. Put £10 in. As soon as that line hits 41.5, we are ready to go if it does in fact hit 41.5. And it's dropped to 38. That is wonderful. So annoying when it does that. We were waiting for 1 more point and it went up. Or down, sorry. Well, let's see if we can... Right, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Neither was that. Width. That's not what I'm after either. That, though, is what I'm after. There we go. Nope. Back down a bit. That is what I'm after. So got a bit of an edge on the screen, but at least you can see what I'm doing now. And you can see here the third quarter points total over under 38. We need to get it to go to 41. I don't think it is. Oh, we're up to 40 though. We're looking at 41, one more point. And we will go to the other games in a minute, but I'm currently focused on this line hitting 41. Been 26 points scored so far in the quarter. Come on, hit 41. Usually going to 26, so we'll be looking at with only 3 minutes left in the quad. Do not think that it's going to hit the 41 mark, unfortunately. So we might have gone bust in our first game. Could be a timeout. Let's have a look on 365. Is there a timeout? Yes, there is. Rio Claro called a timeout. I'll say it's always worth it to go and have a look at Bet365 for me, just so I can know what's really happening in the game. The much more in depth of what's occurring. How does mistake involve invalid characters? It doesn't. 1, 0. And it's gone down to 39.5 again. That line definitely isn't going to reach, I don't think. So we're going to go and have a look at these games from the Venezuelan League. That line has gone up 4 points already. I'm sure the Toros game started at 40. It did. So we're looking for 3 more points on that one to go up to 47.5. Just go and have a quick look at Palestano. Oh, Palestano's gone up to 41. And we're gonna just as I was putting the bet in, the Betfair suspended the bet, which is not great. That's happened a few times, and now if it does end under 41, I will be fuming. Toros game's gone back down 3 to 41.5. The fourth quarter in a Palestano game is starting at 35.5. So for that we will be looking at the rule of 8. Actually, I'll be looking. Oh, hang on. Third quarter points total. That's come back up for the Palestano game. That doesn't usually happen, but it's dropping anyway. The Toros game's gone back up again. Point. And the Trotamundos game is suspended. It's either not started yet. 36. Okay, so it must have started because the line has moved already. Started on side of 39.5. No. So we can change. The Trotamundos de Carabobo game to. See, it keeps fluctuating that. So Carabobo will now be 36.5, which puts us again at odd numbers. So it's a rule of 7 again. So under will be 29.5. And the overs will be 43.5. No, ignore me. The unders will be 43.5 and the overs will be 29.5. I'll confuse myself by starting with the unders first. Right, back to the Toros game, see if anything's changed there. We're up to 45 now in that game, in the first quarter. That quarter started really quickly actually. 29 points, 4 minutes to go. If that line moves quickly in about 2 minutes or a minute, we might be able to get on with our first bet of the evening. Mundos has now tipped off and we're already up well, we're up a point, we're up 2 points. I'm back up 2 points. Looking at 43.5 for the unders. 45.5. Just really wanting that line to move by 2 points. That's all we need. 2 points for that line to make our first bet. Looks like we've got to a timeout there. Toros. But they're in the favourites, may as well. There's been a few points scored in the first queue. It's always the line, if you have it in your bet slip on Betfair, always moves quicker than the line on the actual page does. I'm not sure why on that, but the fourth quarter line for Paulistano game will start at 35.5, which is up 1 from the last quarter. 35.5, so we're looking at unders, looking at 43.5 due to the rule of 8, and for the overs we're looking at 27. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Again, we're just looking for one more point in this in this Toros game. We've just been waiting for one more point in 2 games now. Trotamundos is that's Carababo. We're up. We need 43.5 in that game. So that needs to rise 3 points. And we're at 48 in 48 in the Toros game. If that line moves up 1 to make it a odd number, then we'll be really happy with that. 2:25 left in the quarter. Looks like it might move back down to 47.5, and it has. And there's our first bet of the evening at 1.95. Hopefully it doesn't change while we're putting the bet on. And I don't think it's going to win this because 9 points is a loss, and we've still got 2:25 left in the quarter. So our first bet of the evening could be a bummer. And Where are we at in Paulistano now? Fourth quarter's yet to start, but we're looking at 35.5 for that one. And now, so we may as well watch the end of this game, hoping for under 47.5, which was the original line in the Carabobo game, which is what we were after. So 8 points is okay, 9 points is a loss. And that shot has missed. We're still looking at 141 though in the quarter. I know it does tend to only change when there's been some action. So there was a shot missed there, so we should have actually moved previous to that. Oh, sorry, after it. But we're still at 141. As I say, I'll be very surprised if this bet actually comes in. Carabobo game is down again to just 2 points over the starting level, and 2 points has been scored to take it up to 41 points, and another we're now on 43 points in the Toros game, or the Carabao. Are we going to the free throw line after that foul? No team on a bonus. Was it a shooting foul? We'll have a look now. Hopefully it doesn't. We're in for a potential win with only 46 seconds left on the clock. Shot missed with 37 left. There has been more points scored. We're down to, and there's another 2 points. Oh, has it gone up? No. So we're looking at 45. 3 points is okay, 4 points is a loss. 20 seconds to go. Guaros on the ball, shot missed, 14 seconds left in the quarter, going by 3.65. Should be okay with 5 seconds to go, and is at the end of the first quarter. Should be. Been over 5 seconds now. And we're on 45 points. Bet one of the evening is a winner. So we can go back to look at my bets. So we're looking at £9.52 profit. So we're going to put that into the stream now. Bets made, total of 1. And the I'm going to have to put another thing there, profit. So add source, text. another one just to put up what we've got as profit. Is currently £9.92 for whatever reason. Don't believe that there was a commission on that one, but 1.95 or 1.95, making a profit of £9.52. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. We'll get back to the betting in a second. If I can actually find what I've done with it. That is a strange one. Right, we can also see what profit we've made. Just up there, so we'll forget about that for the time being. Go back to the basketball. So for the second quarter of the Trotamundos game, which we've just won in, usually starts a similar the Toros game usually starts at a similar line, so we're going to go for 40.5 again. So we'll be looking at the similar 47.5 or the 33.5 for the unders and overs respectively. The Paulistano game, 35.5. It's only got up 2. And the starting line, we'll be looking at a 35.5 for the Carabobo game, which will be again a rule of 8. So we're looking at 27.5 or 43.5. It's really warm tonight. Gonna have a look at my YouTube channel on my phone to see what the quality is like. Bear with me. Just gonna have a look at my YouTube channel on my phone to see what the. That's fine. Right, so we'll move on to the basketball again. Trotamundos, Carabobo. Looks like it's going to stick at 35.5 for that one. Back up to we're at the start, near enough where we started in Toros. Usually bookies are quite good at picking how many points is going to be in the quarter. Palestino game is up 3. We're looking for 43.5 in that one. Sorry, it's up 2. Apologies. And just I will be at this live show. I will be putting on YouTube as a recording. Just leave it up there so you can see that we might have a losing night, might have a winning night, but it will all be transparent so you can see how we are doing. Probably going to do one of these shows every night up until next Wednesday night when I'm going to be back in work. On the Thursday, next Tuesday night when I'm going to be back in work on Wednesday. So here we go, 35.5 in that one. I don't know why I've just shown you my Facebook, apologies. But I wish people would stop messaging me. Oh. That Palestino game line has not moved, and we're only looking at 4 minutes left in that one, so we're going to cancel that down. And we're up to 48 in the Toros game, so one more point up or down and we'll be putting a bet on. We've only 22 points scored in that one so far. I'm up to 49. I'm happy to bet on that. Here we go. It's gone down one. That happens quite a lot when you're about to put a bet on, and the line moves while putting the bet on, which is always handy. There we go. Oh, it's actually gone up to 50 now, the line. If we can get up to 51, it'll be even better. But if it goes back down to 49, then we'll have to bet on that one. The Toros game seems to be the only line that's moving tonight. The Carabobo, I just like saying Carabobo. Carabobo game line has gone down one, but the Toros game is that gone to a timeout? Not too sure, but the line hasn't moved. We expected to in this game. We'll refresh that one. Yeah, Toros timeout. Because on 365, if you go off the page and then come back to it, it decides that it wants to show you everything that's happened during the time that you've been not looking at the page. I'm really uncomfortable actually, so make myself a little bit more comfortable. Put the mic on the arm of the chair, which is going to be risky because my Yeti microphone's USB port is already dodgy. Well, the micro USB port in. I'm gonna have to do something with that. I'll just get another USB, micro USB thingy. That's gone down to 49 while I was messing about, so we're going to put that on, and the line's gone back up to 50.5. Now it's gone back down to, no it's not. I'd like 51, now it's gone back down to 49, which is fine with me. And now it's gone down to 48, this is a joke. 49 again, we'll have it at 49. Means another 25 points needs to be scored in Just, I'm already ready to go with this bet. Oh, right, 47. We'll take that. I preferred 51 or 49, but I'm happy to have a go with 47, which was the original line that we needed to get to anyway. That line was dropping, but now it's gone back up to unders 47.5. But under 47.5 is the favourite with the bookies at the moment. I don't actually know whether some more points. Yes, it has. So another 21 points is a loss for us in 4 minutes 36 seconds. It's very possible. Dropped down to 46.5. I always love it when it drops back down again. It means we're going the right way. It means there's less points being scored. And with 4:36, there's been another timeout in this one. Where are we at? Oh no, Guaros in possession of 4:18. Still 27 points scored. And that Carabobo game line is dropping 4, but... Oh, I'm liking the look of this. 7:27 left. I'm only 4 points scored in the quarter though, but if we can drop to 29, is it 29? 29.5, then we can hit the overs. And I keep showing you my Facebook. Don't mean to be, apologies. I just so much prefer watching 365, although it's so nerve-wracking. There you go, like that. It puts us up to 29, which that would have put the... Oh no! Oh yeah, it has. There's the line gone back up though in real time. Ooh, no, it's not really. So we're still looking potentially up. Oh, so we go to the free throw line. Free throw is scored. Both teams are 75% from the charity stripe. I'm just going to close my Facebook down actually, so you don't have to see it. We're all about the betting, all about the basketball tonight. And the line's dropped again. We need 18 points for the loss in this one. 18 points for the loss. Oh, we've gone up to 32, so 16 points. No, 7. What do we get? 17 points for the loss in this one. No, 18 points. 17. I'm going to give up. I am slightly tired tonight. What did we take it at? We got it at 47, didn't we? Yes, we did. So, 16 points is a loss in this one. I'm glad that the... let's go to Tottenham Underskin. It's dropped to 31.5, which is good. If it drops by 2 more points in the next half a minute, we'll be happy for the over 29.5. But we're sticking with this one at the moment. So there's been a foul. Guaros, what are we at? 33 now. not looking. I don't know. 3 minutes left. So I'm looking at 15 is a loss. So 7 points, or about 5 points a minute so far, which is obviously very doable. But we thought we were going to lose in the Torres match last time, but it ended well for us. Guaros missed another shot. That line has well dropped now to 43.5, back up to 44, so the bookies think there's only going to be another 11 points in this match. We obviously think, or hoping, that there is. 2 points Toros, up to 35. And that line didn't drop in the Trotamundos game. Now the bookies think that there's only going to be another 9 points scored. Again, we're hoping for that. 2 minutes 17 to go. Torres on the charity stripe to make it 36 points in the quarter. Have a look. Guaros fouling a lot in this half. They don't need to when they're 12 points up. Torres have sunk a 3 throw. Guaros again with the foul. For whatever reason. But it's missed that 3 throw, which is good. 12 points is a loss for us, so we're looking at around 6 points a minute. Again, doable. If we were watching the NBA, then extremely doable. They can hit that in half a minute with 2 threes. Obviously a minute, not picking up 12 points with 2 threes with 2 threes in 2 minutes, but now we're both on a bonus, which isn't good. Obviously, anybody who's not new to basketball, or is new to basketball even, if there is a team, if a team makes 4 or more fouls in a quarter, 4 fouls, then the other team gets a bonus, which means any foul, and they'll go to the line for 2 3 throws. And as you can see now, Torres and Guaros have got are both on a bonus, so any foul either way will go to the free throw line automatically for a pair of FTs. And that line has rapidly picked up again, with the favourite to be over 46.5. Free throw scored. That was a 38. 9 points is okay. 10 points is a loss. 2 points Guaros. Could be looking at the first loss of the evening here. It's likely, unfortunately, that we are. Really wish we could have got the line of 51, but to no avail. I don't like you when the time just sticks as it is, because it always makes me feel like something's happened, and it has. So, which puts us up to 42 points, more than 5 points, and we are losing this second bet. Okay, less than 5 points in 58 seconds. Oh, sorry, less than 6 points in 58 seconds. I'm nervous about the bet, so I don't really talk when it's down to the last minute. Because I can time out Toros. What's the point? So we're going to have a look at what other games are currently taking place. For the Toros game, we'll be looking at the moment at 44.5, which is actually gone up from 40.5 for the starting quarter. So, notepad out again. 44.5. So we'll be looking at, for the unders, 51.5, and for the overs, we'll be looking at 37.5. Those are the only two games on at the minute. We're looking at some more games in 22 minutes. Where are they in? They are Puerto Rico, Baloncesto, Superior National League. Not got any of the other lines up at the moment apart from winner and total over points, which I never bet on. Still a timeout in Toros. Should be getting away in a couple of seconds. 2 points Toros. So now, obviously, 3 points. 4 points is a loss, sorry. What we don't need now is a treble. Because it could make things very interesting going into probably the last 20 seconds by the time it's 32 seconds to not concede and not have 4 points being scored. Probably a possession each left for the Guaros foul. So Toros of 62.5 from the line. So probably looking at one scored and one to be missed by Toros. Hopefully they do miss one. Which they haven't. As of yet, hopefully the second one is missed. Nope, 26. So 2 points is a loss, which I'm assuming Guaros are going to go and score now, just to finish us off with half a minute left. 17 seconds left. I've been so many times in the last couple of seconds. The team has gone and messed me over. And there's a foul, and that should take it to the 2 points. Because Guaros have been bet. Such a disappointment when this happens. First one scored, which puts us at 47.5, which is what we got the line at. And the second one will be good from Guaros. Guarantee it. Oh, it's missed. Which gives us 16 seconds for 2 points not to be scored. One last possession for Toros. They have gotten 13. 3 seconds left. Is there going to be a 2 point to mess us over here, or a foul from Guaros? Or is it just the time going to tick out? Have we won by half a point? No, Toros have gone and scored a 3. We would have been good with the under 50.5 actually if we'd have took that. And Torres have got have hit a timeout with yeah, end of the half. So we've lost that one by 1.5 points. Or is it 2.5? Even, sorry. Which puts us now to under what we started with. We're at £99.52 now. For the Carabobo game, third quarter, we are looking at 37.5, which means we're looking at 45 for the unders and 29.5 for the overs. There's nothing more frustrating in this basketball betting technique than losing by a couple of points, or I've even lost on a half a point with like 0 seconds left on the clock, so buzzer beaters. Infuriating, but we go again. No, I'm confident in the system. I'm hoping for a winning night to begin with. The odds are usually quite low in this, so it's a lot of work to make a small profit. With a £10 bet, we could be making anywhere between £7.50 and £9 for the profit per bet. if the game decides it wants to go our way this evening, or this morning even. I'm not going to look at them yet because the lines are probably good. Oh, we've not even got the line yet. Puerto Rico. So now it's just 10-15 minutes wait for the Venezuelan games to restart. Talk amongst yourselves, really. No, I mean, I started this technique after seeing KJ the Gambler while working on nights a month ago, and I really liked his technique and ended up winning a couple of hundred in the first week on it, profit. So I really liked it, but then recently it's I've not been making as much because I've not had the time really to stop and just bet on basketball all day like I did after when I after I was on night. I had a week, 8 days off, so I was just permanently betting basketball all day. Usually there's a fair bit of European basketball during the daytime, and then obviously we go to South American basketball in the late evening or in the AM. These games might be starting before we kick the tip off of the third quarter. Tinder calls. Oh, Venezuelan league, so it's not all Puerto Rican. See, this basketball in the daytime tomorrow goes all the way up to 9 o'clock from 4. Usually Betfair add a couple during the day. Look at 365, it usually shows more because they have more of a selection. So I'll have a look at the schedule for basketball tomorrow on here. See, there's even more just looking at it this evening. 3:30 Elohim Shimalatango versus La Villa. And then we're starting with the Shanghai Boshan Dahua under-19 women versus the Guangxi under-19 women at 7:30. And so then we've got 7:30, 9 o'clock, 12, and we're not kicking off or tipping off. Keep saying kicking off. Football fan. Until 4 on Betfair. So the ones that Betfair aren't showing, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10 games that 365 are showing, but not Betfair. A lot of the times though, Bet365 do end the quarter betting quite early compared to Betfair. So that's why I do prefer Betfair for basketball betting. I was going to try and make it till the Golden State game, but I am absolutely knackered, so I'll be finishing the 1 o'clock games and then hitting the sack, I think. Come on. Have we got any lines for these games yet? Yes, we have. Barrio Park. Where's my pen gone? There it is. looking at 37.5. So we're looking at 29.5 for the overs and 45.5 for the unders with the rule of 8. Platense in the same league, the Argentine La Liga. 37.5 again. So again, 29.5 for the overs and 45.5 for the unders. Ponce, Leones de Ponce in Puerto Rico. 41.5 in that one. Maybe 1.5, so we will be looking at 33.5. No, my math has gone to shit. 35.5. Is it? No, 33.5. Yeah, I'm positive. 33.5 for the overs, and for the unders it will be a much easier one. 49.5. The Atléticos de San Germain game. Line's on at 44 in that one. So we're looking at 51 for the unders, and for the overs it is 37.5. I don't think we could actually keep up with any more on my own anyway. I usually have a partner who helps me. We usually do a call and I watch a couple of games, he watches a couple of games, and he lets me know the different games what he's watching when the line hits, and then I quickly jump over and smack the bet on. These games should be starting again soon. Come on. just for the sake of continuity. So yeah, I'll call them Margarita because I'm not saying. Margaret. Because I'm not saying what the first bit of that is. Guayqueres. And that's starting at 40.5. Pen work. Right, so we're looking at 33.5 for the overs and 47.5 for the unders. Rule 7 because it's an even number, and so we'll end up on an odd number. And we have restarted in Toros, which was 44.5 going into the next quarter, and that's already jumped up to 47. So if we can hit under 51.5, then we'll be happy with that. When the other game started as well, and that was starting at 37.5, and that's now at 36.5, so that's gone down. I like to always have the bet in my bet slip ready to go, because as I was saying earlier, it's quicker the line moves in if you have the bet in the bet slip or your selection in the bet slip than it does on the actual page. Three more for that. For the Toros game. 49, two more for the Toros game. And the Carabobo game has dropped by 3 now. So we need that to go to 49. 29.5 for a bet on the overs. And the Ponce game is now in play, and that was starting at 41.5. So let's have 41.5. So I do like to have it ready and waiting in the points total. Must have been a timeout in Toros game. Platense, Barrio Park, Atleticos, and the Guaymaria game have now started. So I'll just flick between the that Barrio line. I don't know whether it started or not yet, but it was dropped by a point. Basketball, Barrios, or Barrio even. Nope, not started yet. So the Barrio game can go down to 36.5, which means we're looking at 43.5 or 29.5 in that one for the points total, with the rule of 7 instead of the rule of 8, which was originally. Back at the Toros game, which is dropped by 2. We only needed 2 a minute ago, but now we need... Oh, back up to 49. Back to needing only 2. We need one more. Come on, one more point. We would have got. We would have won a 50. Oh, we would have won a 50.5 in the last game. Sorry, in the last quarter, but I can't bring myself to bet on a 50 point. You know what? If it goes up to 50.5, I'm going to take it. Oh, gone up to... Oh, come on, where is it? 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 51.5, come on. 10 quid on 51.5. Again, might be risky. This game can go anyway, really. 6:47 left in the quarter. No movement anywhere else. Apart from Platense going... Well, Platense have gone on 3 points. So we're looking at another 5 because our started as a rule of 8. 33.5. And now another 4 to take. We were open for 29.5 in that one. Barrio Park. So 36. Atleticos. And that one, Venezuela, is suspended. So we've got only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games to look at, which is still a lot. The Platense game is now dropped again, so now we only need 3 point drop. The line's dropped 1 to 49. Dropped 2 to 49.5, with 22 points scored in the quarter so far. So another we need basically another 30 points for the loss in that game. 30 points in 5 minutes. Like up to 49 because of the 2 points scored. So 28 points for the L. Platense down to 33, so 4 points needed for the overs for it to drop. Barrio Park tipped off yet? It's not. Which ones have we got? Ponce. So we're looking at the Puerto Rico game, Ponce. We're looking at Barrio Park and Platense. And we're also looking at the Cueros game as well. My pronunciation is terrible tonight. And that's bounced back up to 51.5 because of a 3 points scored. So now unfortunately it's only gone down to, what are we looking at, 25 points for the L. 24 points is good. So 6 points a minute we're really looking for. Or we're not looking for 6 points a minute even. That would be quite bad for us. In the Ponce game, still it's not tipped off yet, that's why. We can get short of Londrina because we're not with that one. Trotamundos, that has dropped to 28.5. That's the Carabao game. 29.5. We would go for it if we had 5 or more minutes to go. 14 points in 3 minutes 10 seconds. It's tricky. I'm not going to bet on it though because we're going by the rules of 7 and 8 and overs must do with 5 more minutes left. What's that line gone down to or up to now? The Toros game's now got up to 53 with the bookies. Back down to what we were looking for, under 51.5. Oh, back up to 52. Ponce now has tipped off. Ponce's dropped by 3 points. That one needs to go down to 33. Platense is at 37. That's got a 1 point. We're not going to be getting anything that quarter there. In the Barrio Park game, started 37, just dropped 4. And Atleticos is suspended. Might not be even tipping off for that one if it's. No, tip off 1 o'clock, and it's already 13 minutes in. But again, should we go back to Toros game? .38 points now in the Toros game. So we're looking at 14 points for a loss there. .39. We could be actually looking alright in this quarter with Toros. He says, as it goes up to 41 points. Both teams on a bonus, so any foul will go to the charity stripe for a 2. .23 points. It's got to be 24 points probably. Yes, 24 points. Looks like we're going to have another loss in the Toros game, so I might just leave the Toros game after this quarter. Shot missed by Guaras. So we're looking at 8 points in a minute for the loss. 7 points is good. Remember, we went at 51.5, and there's 3 points from Toros, which now makes it only 5 points. No, 4 points that were allowed. Two possession. Should have 1 possession each with 52 seconds left. Down to 29, 2 points for Guaras, and have a prediction that we're going to lose this game again by a point or a point and a half. 29 points and 2 points is good. If a 3 scored again with 13 seconds to go, I think I might have another foul, which takes Toros to the line. Toros is 78.6% in this game from the charity stripe. Free throw 1 of 2. Is scored. And free throw 2 of 2 is missed. So 1 point is okay. 2 points is a loss, and Guaras are going to go and score a 2-pointer. They've got 27 points. 27 2-pointers. Shot missed. And it looks like we've won, guys, this quarter by, if it decides to actually end, we want to see end of quarter here. End of quarter, we've won by 1.5 points. So let's chalk that one up as a W. So that'll put us in. We can go and have a look. No, we won't. We'll have a look. Fourth quarter, 48. So that has gone flying up the fourth quarter. The highest starting over/under total for the quarter so far, 48.5 in the Toros game. So back to Toros. 48.5. So we're looking at 55 for the unders, and we are looking at 41.5 for the overs. So I wonder if this is updated yet. Yep, so we're up to just £7.85 profit made so far tonight, from 10% bets from £100. So I'm going to be betting £10 all night, well, until I decide I want to go to bed. What was the starting line in Ponce? 41.5, so that's not moved really. No, it's definitely not moved. Barrio Park is first quarter. Hey, now that's dropped, but we're not going to be making the bet because we're under 5 minutes to go. I don't think these are going to start. I didn't see what the starting line was for the Carabobo game because we were too interested in. But I believe if we're going with what the other quarters have started at, probably looking about 37, 38. I'll go for 38.5 for the starting line for the fourth quarter there, which puts us up 4.5, which means we need 45 points. Torres has dropped. Sorry, it's back to the same line. We started at 48.5, so we're okay there for the time being. We're going to be starting at 41.5 in Leones, so we're looking for 49.5 in that quarter. Platense game, looking for, and that one starts at 35.5, so we're looking at 43 or 27 for the bets there. Still not moved the line in Toros. I think that's likely to be the one we're going to make most money on tonight. So we started at 38.5 in that one. So the 42.5 now. If it gets to 45.5, and the bet gets made, and it's dropped a point. Wonderful. And Toros game's actually dropped a point, which is surprising. I don't think we really want to push our luck with another Toros game tonight, do we? That's now dropped 4 points. So now we're looking at, was it 41? Yeah, we're looking at 41. Oh, it's dropped again. Definitely looking at 41.5 for the over 41.5 for this next one. And it's gone back up. If we can get this game at 41.5, then we're putting the monies on. Is the game a close one? Yes, it is. So there'll be fouls made. So hopefully, that's gone back down. And that's risen again. So we'll leave that there for the time being. So Leones is starting at 41.5 in the next quarter. 35.5 for Platense. And for Barrio is 36.5. So 43 or 29. 43 or 27. And 49 or 33. back up at the starting line. Wonder if we can carry on going and get to 55. Even if I put the bet on now, I would still need 30. Oh, it will still need 30. Even from here, 35 points for the loss. 35 points in 6 minutes in the way that game's been going. It's been a bit mental. Well, we had that quarter starting at 38. So one more point. And we can put the bet on. Under 45. And with the being... Oh, don't want to do 100. $43 points, Carabobo leading by. So hopefully, if you can sink another 3, we'll be up to 45. Oh, another 2, that's fine. And it's now been suspended. And that is probably going to be closed. Wait for this to be closed. I probably could have taken 44.5 in that one, to be honest. I know it's against the rules, but rules are there to be broken. There's not been really over 40 points scored in that game. Well, in the quarter so far, in any of those quarters. I'm looking at maybe the... I'm looking at maybe plus 39.5 for Gaiteros del Zulia, because they've got to start picking up, haven't they? Like that? Surely. I'm not going to do it, but if it does turn out to be, if we are adding 40 points onto Gaiteros' score, then I will kick myself. $33 points needed for a loss in the Toros game. 33 points in 5.5 minutes. Nope, 30 points needed for the loss. If that goes up to 51, I might take it. Oh. No, I'm going to wait for 55. I don't think we'll hit 55 with only 5 mins remaining. So... no, it won't be. So we can actually bin Toros off now, because we're not going to get anywhere with that. I actually like 45.5 now for Gaiteros. Leonis game started at 41.5 for the third quarter. Or the second quarter even. There's really no lines moving now. Why has this come back up? Did I delete the wrong one? Which one was it that I saw for fourth quarter plus minor handicap? Must have already ended. Quick ending. I actually might go to bed when all these games reach the second half. Sorry, end of the second half, second quarter. I am absolutely cream crackered, and when I'm tired, I don't really have much to say. Um, hmm. Fuck's that? How long's left in that one? 2:49. Yeah, right, guys. I'm gonna call it a night there. Thanks for watching if you have, and as I say, this video will go up. We've only made a small profit this evening, unfortunately, but profit is profit, and if you keep that up for a week, you're on to about £49 profit. If you go and buy, if you start off with 100 quid and you're making 10% bets. So yeah, an extra just under 200 quid a week. Sorry, a month. Can't go wrong there, can you? Right. So I'm going to leave it there, guys.